Hey everybody, welcome back to OK Aussie. It's Matt here. I've got Di in the shower briefly. It is actually well after lunchtime. We didn't get up until after 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Why? Because we didn't get her to sleep until after 6 a.m. this morning. The whole night she has been crying out in pain, suffering, just suffering. I have been trying so many different things just to alleviate that pain for the poor thing. It is so unfair. It really is. Every part of her, every joint is hurting. Her muscles, the tissues, the connective tissues are hurting. Every fibre of her being is just uncomfortable and hurting, taut. Literally, there are joints and things which are out. Now, look, we know that she's got Ehlers-Danlos, a hypermobility, connective tissue disorder. We know fibromyalgia, muscular pain. We know that her heart is massively struggling, getting worse day by day. And her oxygen stats, along with that, just the saturation of that is reduced day by day. In the 80s, staying there consistently, it's concerning. So, not getting her to be able to get to sleep until 6 a.m. this morning puts her even at further risk now of more neurological and obviously seizures. Can she get a break? Can we get a break? I am shattered. She is beyond shattered. And last night was about massaging, about trying to pressure point, to provide traction, to alleviate the pains, supplying heat, to give medications, muscle relaxants, pain relief. We've got limitations. We can only do so much at home. So frustrated. It's so upsetting to see her deteriorating in front of my eyes. When I'm reaching out to the health system, the WA health system, the hospital, I would have sent 20 emails last week to her primary hospital alone. She's had two telehealth, well, actually, I've had two telehealth appointments because she's unable to actually participate, attend, cognitively think. When you're not getting enough oxygen, your brain cannot think clearly. When you're in sufferance of pain, when you start your morning at a pain scale of 8, that's your starting point, you ain't getting better. It's going to get worse. So we need to do everything. So I've got her in a hot shower at the moment because we don't have a bath set up. Last night at 3 and 4 and 5, all I wanted to do was put her into the hot bath, magnesium flakes, put the massage jets on to provide her some sort of relief without having to rely on medications. But that's not set up yet. It's not plumbed in. Maybe tomorrow. But, we're sick of this process. It's been 2.5 years without having a bath. It's fighting the system, the health system, asking just for simple help. The pain relief, I'm thinking, why isn't she in the pain management clinic? Why isn't she accessing the ketamine that her rheumatologist, her private rheumatologist, has advised her to seek and obtain because of understanding Ehlers-Danlos and her 22q. Diane has got a chromosomal disorder, 22q 11.2 deletion syndrome. It was late diagnosed. That's the big problem here. Late diagnosed, age 48. She's now 50. And yet they still haven't actually done the first round of testing with a patient with that condition to determine her baseline, what is she suffering with. And remember, she has got so many other symptoms and diagnoses under that, from the autism, the ADHD, the OCD, the Tourette's, multiple different types of seizures, myoclonus, absent, focal aware, and tonic-clonic. She's had three sets of tonic-clonic seizures this week alone, multiple absent seizures. And today I'm on seizure alert. It's predictability. When you've had bowel issues, GI tract with gastroparesis, when you've had lack of sleep, when you're in sufferance of incredible high levels of pain. Look, these are just the preictal triggers that are going to spark something off, so I'm just waiting for something to happen. 2 GP telehealth appointments this week. Now we're coming into this week. I've got an hour appointment. She's not able to travel. She's not able to get there herself, so I'm having to go and spend an hour with her doctor going through all of the issues. There's been more referrals, vascular system now, orthopedics, okay, because her spine is collapsing. Last night I'm actually having to reduce and try and put back in her neck, her back, her shoulders, her hips, her knees, her ankles, so many joints. Every part of her body is hurting, is in pain, is suffering. It's just not fair. And I want to share with you the implications of that, because our channel is about sharing the journey for Diane, a person who's got a rare chromosomal condition, chronically ill, with multiple other rare conditions, just like Ehlers-Danlos, also considered rare. When the system doesn't understand, doesn't appreciate, and can't coordinate, can't cooperate to work together, it's all compartmentalized. It's not cooperatively working together. She should be in hospital. Okay. I know she should be in hospital as an inpatient, but instead we cannot get traction to actually get her put into hospital. Is this a third world or first world country? I'm starting to wonder with Australia. We have engaged with the senators, the health ministers, the health department, and obviously now we have disability advocates, paralegals, and actual disability lawyers supporting her rights, her human rights. Because at the end of the day, she has been failed from birth. When your parents neglect you, when the system is not presented with a patient at that age, when they're unaware of the underlying conditions, getting hundreds of separate sub-diagnoses, and then finally getting this umbrella term of 22q, bloody hell. It's asked about. It's the wrong way to do it, but we finally got there. Because you know what? If you don't test, you don't find. And they finally decided to start testing with a bit of pushing, nudging, requesting, begging, and every test came out with more and more. So she's got multiple diagnoses, all consistent with 180 different symptoms that you expect to see with a patient with 22q. Okay, it is life-shortening condition. She's already at that point with her heart, her oxygen stats. Every day I'm seeing a deterioration, a reduction. She's spending most of her day, 70% of the time, below that 95 to 90% and into the 80s range. She spent over an hour and 20 minutes yesterday alone, okay, in the 80s range, where she should be getting supplemental oxygen. You can't get that. We have tried. We're fighting and engaging with the NDIS, the AAT, the health department. It's all pointing fingers every which way, and no one can sort their shit out to give her the help that she needs. So wrong, so frustrating. So I've told her she's resting today. She's not moving from bed after the shower. I'm taking clinical obs. I mean, her blood pressure 90/60, heart rate was 48. She's bradycardic. She's got pain responses. Like I said, she's at a high probability of having a seizure tonight. We're trying to get in front of that. There's only so much medication that I can give her because, again, it's tolerance. It's certain medications don't work. She's allergic to strong opioids, so she can't touch that family, a group of medications. If you go with the NSAIDs, hypermobility, it causes more dislocations and subluxation, so you're in a worse situation. Jesus Christ, it's a balancing act, which we're just trying to get right. And then, of course, you don't feel very much like eating, so her weight is dropping off. I'm trying to get electrolytes into her. This is Diane's journey. So please save a thought for her today. Send her your prayers, your love. Use the comment sections to help boost her up because she's struggling. She's feeling the impact of this. We both are. We're both absolutely exhausted. There's nothing else more that we can do. We've tried every avenue and aspect that is possible, and I'm just trying to keep her safe. I'm trying to keep her alive for as long as I can, and I'm trying to get the system to actually coordinate and cooperate when there's complexities, because if the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, how does that help? If you compartmentalize medications and medicine, what someone else prescribes over here is contradictory over there. They're not working together, and that's what happens when you have such complex conditions such as 22q, rare conditions which are new and emerging, when they don't have the research, they don't have the skill sets. We don't have adult specialists for that condition anywhere in WA. Fact. So we're left trying to work this out ourselves and just maintain the status quo of supporting her and encouraging her. So I really do appreciate a big thumbs up of encouragement, your comments of love and support. Throw some love hearts in those comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, follow the journey by hitting that notification bell. We try and pace ourselves with positive content, but sometimes that's a mask. Sometimes it's a highlight reel just to say, hey, look, this is the counterpoint to the pain and the suffering of what she's going through. Thank you very much for your help. I really do appreciate it, and so does she. She appreciates your love. See you soon. Bye.